All right, I'm going to go ahead and work on the next panel for our design. I kind of got focused on this one right here, this Santa Claus and reindeer in his sleigh. One of the things I want you to look at real quick is notice these gaps right here, and these gaps by his hand and all that. If we were to attach this to our panel, our parts would fall out when we lasered them, and there wouldn't be any what we call structural integrity. The same thing over here, and the same thing with the hooves and the rails on the sleigh, etc. But I'm going to show you how to fix all that and how to make this thing a good piece of artwork that you could use. So let's go over to where I've already gotten started on that part of the project. So let me go back over here to this. As you can see right here, I'm going to zoom up on this. I've gone ahead and scaled it up. Notice the reins are very, very long here on Santa Claus. What I did is I went ahead and selected these like right here, and I was able to, move these back a little bit. In fact, I'm going to leave that right there because I'm going to fix this one problem as you see here. Now, one thing you got to do is kind of think ahead. You also got to think ahead. Can I connect the reindeer's nose and the back of the sleigh to one of the sides of the panel? So let's zoom out here and take a look at that. Well, yes, I can. I can select it and have it link to either side of that by putting the tip here and the back of the sleigh on the side of this. So let's get to work. So I'm going to roll up on this. Now I'm going to use a new command for you. The new command is called View, Outline View, Control Y. Now everything now is in just the basic outline view. So if you roll up, you see just the basic vector art that you see right here. If I do a Control Y, again, it goes back to solid. Well, for me, I like working in this a lot because I can see truly what pieces of art overlap. So here we got the reindeer moved up. Let's go ahead and hold our shift key down and select this, and we will group those together and join them. Now let's notice right here where we've got these open gaps here. Santa's going to lose all this if we lasered it out just like it is now. I'm going to make that real simple. I'm going to draw a polygon here, and right there I'll scoot this up a little bit. So I still see the definition of the actual part of his arm. So I'm going to pull this down just a little bit, hold my shift key down, grab this, and again I'll group that. I'll come up here to this, I'll group this as well. And before I do that, let me do one thing here real quick. I'm going to use my white arrow, it's called the direct selection arrow, and I'm going to highlight in this area right there. And I've only selected these ones here that are red. These others are not selected. So I'm going to hit my arrow key down, and now I've overlapped those. So now I'll come back over here and use my black arrow, which is this guy right there, and I will select this, and I will select that, and I will make sure those are together, and then I will hold this down, and I will make sure these are together, and so on and so forth, as you can see right here. I'm continuing to group those. Now let's move over here. You can see where I've already grouped this guy in. We got the same problem right there. So I can actually do this. Watch this command here. I'll just draw myself a rectangle, and I'll hit the rotate command, and I'll hit my black arrow, and I'll just move these down like that, and I'll shift select all of this. Let's see if I can get all three at the same time. Sure enough, we did. Got them all three. So we got the same problem over here with Santa's hat, so I'm going to fix that a little bit. Again, I'll draw myself a rectangle and make it kind of fat, and I'll rotate this up like that, and I'm going to go ahead and push that down to about right here. I'll select this, and I'll select that, and I will again group those together. So as you can see, we're putting those Santa together. We're making sure that all this integrity is there, so none of these pieces will fall out after we laser them. Let's go ahead and move this up here a little bit. Got that one. Again, hold our black arrow and our shift key, select this one, and group those. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's connect this hat up here, and we got to connect this part right there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my pen tool this time, and I'm going to select here, come over about right there, come over here and select that, get my black arrow again, hold this down, grab this, and we will connect those together. And that's not going to work. Let's do this one at a time. Okay, we'll get that first, then we'll come over here and grab our shift key there and get this part and group that in. Good. Now we got a problem with the mustache. Don't want to lose that mustache. Here's all I'm going to do with that. I'm going to grab this, just going to rotate it up a little bit, and I'm going to move it down, hold this guy down, and we'll group them together. Okay, so now we got his mustache defined. Now we got to get the old hat touching his head. So we'll come in here like this, pull that down a little bit, Rotate that up. All right, get the black arrow, pull this over. Okay, looks good. Hold my shift key down, grab this guy and this guy, and we'll group those. Now I'm going to come back to this in a minute and show you how everything's all connected together. So hang loose. All right, as you can see here, I've got old Santa Claus all selected, and I've got him all connected now. There's all the parts are connected, so we're not going to lose anything off this design. Again, just to reiterate, you see how these gaps were here? That would cause us problems, and I went ahead and connected all that. And as you can tell here, I made the sleigh legs longer so that way it looks better. And I've gone ahead and shortened the reins on his on the length of the reindeer from the sleigh. And let's go ahead and do a view and go back to the full view. Okay, I don't need this guy here anymore, so I'm going to delete him, get rid of him. Now, this is good artwork. This is good artwork I can use over and over again. I'm going to go ahead and select this, as you see here, and I'm going to do a Control-C to copy, or I could come over here and say copy. And then I'm going to go back over here to, let's go back here to my clip art. And let's get that out of the way. Let's go back over here to my clip art where I got this original design. There it is. I'll roll out a little bit and Control V, put him in here. So I can use this guy again on another design because it's all fixed up and looks good. So let's go back to our design so I can get back over there. And all right, what I want to show you is how I've put everything together. I've got it all connected. There's no overlaps. I'm going to do a Control Y real quick so you can see the overview of this. Control Y. And there you can see everything is connected. I connected the hooves. I've done all that kind of stuff. I've zoomed it out. Now let's go back to Control Y again. I don't need this one anymore. That's the one I started with, so I'm going to delete it. And what I want to do is make sure I copy this one and go back to my original source code, which I've already done, and I've placed it right in here. Reason I leave it here is because I want to know this one's ready to go. I've already done that, and by leaving it, just the outline artwork, I know it's ready to go, and I can use it again on another project. So that means it's good to go, and we can use it. Kind of excited about this guy right over here, that snowman. We may get back to him. So let's go back to our panel. Let's place Santa Claus, out there in the design. So I'm going to go grab him, as you can see. Put him over here. I'm going to scale him down. I'm going to rotate him up. So Santa Claus, he's got to fly. So I'm going to roll up on this. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm going to scoot it over a little bit. I think I need to scale it up just a scooch. Got that scaled up right there. Got these two overlaps right here. That's good. Got overlaps up here. The deer's probably I can get away with a little bit more down. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Okay, maybe we can come back and put that snowman underneath here later. But let's go ahead and let's hold our shift key down. Let's get the edge. And now with that done, we're going to do the create compound shape. The reason we do that, because we're using this outline and we're not using a solid shape. We have to use compound shape. So it's done that. And again, if I click off this and click on this, everything's highlighted. So we'll go ahead and do a ungroup. We will come up here and select out in space, and we're going to get these points, and we're going to get rid of these areas that overlap. It's gone. So that means it's connected. So when we laser this out on our project, it's going to be strong enough. It's going to hold in place. Let's roll up on his little snout here. I don't think those touch. So let's do a Control Y. No, they did not. That's okay. We got the legs touching. That's the main thing. So we got that. Control 0. Zoom out. Oh, Santa looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go add the snowman in here, and I'm going to I'll go ahead and decorate out these as well. Maybe I'll put some, for the top one here, I may put some snowflakes in there so it makes it look pretty good. But I'm going to finish up this project real quick. You have enough information and enough how I did it to go ahead and get your stuff going and get this project completed. Once it's completed, we'll laser it. And then after it's completed, we'll come back to this artwork and we'll put it back into SolidWorks, and we'll see our corrected model. It's going to be awesome. See you in a little while.